Previously on Metal Gear Solid.
Why? Why? I loved you.
What is it?
My gun. Give it to me. She is part of me. Everyone is here now. Okay, hero. Set me free.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's continue. I kept you guys waiting long enough. That's what you guys are kind of getting yourselves into. That's pretty much what you're getting yourselves into. So yeah, don't look up the Metal Gear Solid artwork. Don't look up Metal Gear Solid. You will get yourself spoiled. It's been so many years since this game that it's very difficult to avoid a spoiler. Your best bet is to not look up any Metal Gear Solid stuff. So just enjoy the playthroughs. And we'll see how the Council of Kumas goes for voting. But yeah, we're going into the underground base now. So I'm very curious, so far, who are your favorite characters? Oh no! Fuck, I shouldn't have been... Well, I'm dead.
Snake!
When can we expect the other 4 games? It depends on the Council of Kumas when they vote it. You've got Metal Gear Solid 2, then Metal Gear Solid 3. Then technically you should play Portable Ops, which is the past. But a lot of people don't. But it doesn't really... and then you've got Peace Walker, and then you've got Metal Gear Solid 4 and 5. So there's a lot of Metal Gear Solid games. But it depends on the Council of Kumas. The Council of Kumas gets to pick when we play games. Oh, fuck, I didn't see the thing. I'm supposed to duck. Fuck! Fuck! So for the Metal Gear Solid franchise, it's just kicked into second gear. Meaning all the emotions, all the plot is starting to thicken. Metal Gear Solid 3, it goes into third gear. By Snake Eater, it's already in 5th and 6th gear. And Metal Gear Solid 4, well... you know, Guinness Book of Records are being broken. And I still haven't played Revengeance, to be honest. I haven't played it yet. Just because, well, if you've played it, you kind of know why. But I was supposed to do this. I failed twice. I didn't see the block. can't believe that it is destined to die in hot cheese. I'm voting for Killer Killer. It'll probably be one stream. Well, you guys are free to vote for whatever you like. That's how we do it. But you guys have a taste of MGS now. You've got a taste of a lot of the franchises. C4. There is a bulletproof vest somewhere here. We will really need it. Ah, Steam. Steam's a bitch. Where's the gun turret? I can't even see it, to be honest. I might have to play with thermals. Oh, there it is. Is that a laser? No, that's a chaff. Stinger. Ah, there we go. Body armor. Finally. Bulletproof vest made of special fibers. There's no such thing as bulletproof. Rumor will get fucked with a copyright strike. That's not a game. Yeah, that's pretty much one of the things with mangas. If I do kill a killer, I'll have to do it on the reaction channel. That's basically our copyright buffer sort of thing. If it gets hit with a copyright strike, it doesn't affect the main channel. If you get a copyright strike on this channel, we can't live stream on it. That's basically how it goes. Alright, here's the cargo elevator. Fun times. So lucky we've got the armor now. The armor really will help us. Wait, are we able to go behind this and get more supplies? Are there more supplies here? A lot of games reward you for exploring. Metal Gear Solid is no different. Metal Gear Solid 1, you have several special items. Metal Gear Solid 2, you also have weapons and Easter eggs. Metal Gear Solid 3, you get camouflage, armor, face paint, weapons, everything. No, you're rewarded for exploring. Hollywood! The choices are whatever the council decides. It's an open vote. They get to pick for 3 games. They assign 3 points to their favorite, 2 points to their second favorite. So that's how it works. The voting system works as such. You get 3 votes. You can assign 3 points to a game, 2 points to a game, and 1 point to a game. They have to be unique. So your favorite game, you give 3 points to. Your second favorite, you give 2. Your third favorite, you give 1. And whichever one has the highest number of points wins. That way, even if your first pick doesn't win, your second pick might win, or your third. That way, it looks for the most common level of interest. That way, the game which, as a total, has the most interest wins. Rather than just everyone voting for one game. Because what's going to happen if one person votes for this one, one person votes for another one, we have 15 votes. It's not going to happen. I think last time the big picks were The Walking Dead, Zero Time Dilemma were the 2 big ones. Last time. Recom 358. You can vote for anything technically. Anything is on the table. Oh, Ravens. Oh, go away. I don't want to kill animals, please.
Snake, I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
What about her?
Is this conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
What's up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, about her grandfather being an assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI.
Yeah?
And then going undercover to investigate the Mafia in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
What did you say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She lied?
She might be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Come on, even a high school student could see past it. Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
Yeah?
At the time when Edgar Hoover was head of the FBI, there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 50s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960, in Chicago, not New York.
But
you better check it out. The chief and the president mysteriously dying. That ninja. Too many strange things are happening.
are you saying that Naomi might be behind it?
I don't know. Either that, or she's working with the terrorists.
Could it be?
If I find out anything, I'll call. In the meantime, be careful.
The plot thickens. We still haven't even finished Nier Automata, but I'm working on the LP. I'm working on the LP for a lot of games to build hype, and then we finish them up. Not a bad game either. C4. Do we have claymores? Oh, we do.
What's that?
Welcome, Cossack. This is the end of the road for you, right, my friends? They're becoming excited. Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Am I hallucinating? I can't move.
The Raven has put the mark of death upon you. Blood from the east flows within your veins. Ah, your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
There's no crows in my family tree.
You ready? I am not fond of snakes, but you are family, so I cannot complain. But there will be no holding back. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics.
With that strength, you must have been training in the stick pull and four-man carry.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the ear pull. It's an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we will see if there is iron in your words.
Trippy, eh? Do I even know where my freaking mines are? That's the real question. Where is the missile? Ah, where is he? Fuck, he found me. Oh, fuck me. My fucking mines are all over the place now. He might actually go and hit my mines anyway. Oh, there are my mines. Do I have more mines? Oh, he hit the mine. Fucking won. Why would you take on an opponent with superior firepower directly? That's not the rules of combat. It's not the strategy of combat. Hit him where he's weak. I've been reading too much Art of War.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence which is no longer needed in this world. But my body will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens. In that way, I will return to Mother Earth who bore me. Snake! I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door.
Why?
You are a snake which was not created by nature. You and the boss, you are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man you saw die before your eyes. That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound. He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood, so he drained the chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death? But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself. In the natural world, there is no such thing as boundless slaughter. There is always an end to it, but you are different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. No matter how far you go, or how many corpses you crawl over, the killing will never end. It's a future without hope. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
Snake, it's me.
Master?
It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi?
Damn. Colonel, is Naomi there?
No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we'd better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah. Go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out.
And?
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So, you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
A different group? It couldn't be.
Place her under arrest, Colonel.
What?
She's betrayed us, Colonel. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
Colonel, have you let her in on some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission.
I knew it. You're hiding something.
Give me some time. I'll try to get it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got to figure out who she is and what she's doing here.
I understand. Snake, give me some time.
I don't have any time left for you.
Did I just hear something drop? I heard something drop. Oh yeah, I didn't call... that's his Vulcan Raymond. I didn't call Nastasha, she actually gives you a whole thing. If you call her during a boss fight, she gives you info around the weapon the boss is using.
That is a mine detector. It works by...
Yeah, she tells you how a mine detector works, but if you call her during the boss fight, she tells you how the Gatling gun works.
If we do not drop...
Yep, alright, too late. If I called her during the fight, she'd tell you how the Gatling gun works.
Naomi wasn't acting strangely or anything?
No. I just can't believe that Naomi's an enemy spy. I refuse to accept that.
I don't want to believe it either, but...
Don't say it, Snake.
So, Matt, you still like Naomi, huh? I think you prefer Wolf, though. I think you prefer her. Alright, time for us to go. Oh no! God damn these trapdoors. Uh-oh. Oh god, another one. You like Sniper Wolf? So do I. Worst Colonel ever. Look at the amount of gun turrets here. I'm just being cautious by eliminating any guards. We're gonna have a bad time. We good for this? Alright, we're good. So even on in Twitch emojis can work. On Twitch the emojis turn up on the chat, they're visible. Whereas on YouTube they're not. Because OBS hasn't yet integrated the emojis from YouTube into the chat. So once they integrated, the big boss emoji will actually be visible. Right now it's not, unfortunately. Oh boy. The main reason why we have the sponsorships on YouTube instead of Twitch is because if you sponsor on YouTube, your sponsor badge is also visible in the comment section. One book left. So that's Metal Gear, the giant thing here. Better leave him sleeping, I guess.
Snake, it's me.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear. But it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, no mechanics. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys. And besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course. But there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep. That describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
I like how it says there's no guards, but clearly there's guards. And that's Metal Gear. So, should we set up a donation goal for a Metal Gear? Could you imagine if we build our own Metal Gear? It's like, hi, this is the government. We would like to talk to you about your donation goal.
Snake, it's me again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I've never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay, keep trying.
He's working quick.
Snake, I did it.
You got past security?
Bingo.
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
Haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought. The nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one up until now?
Because of the missile's rocket propulsion system. It would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Because of that?
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
It would push back the signing of the START 3 treaty. If word gets out about this weapon, it'd cause a whole world of trouble.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You've changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested. Only simulated.
You mean with VR experiments?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? Do you still have it?
No. Ocelot took it from me.
Damn.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So, you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
And it's funny because Vladimir Putin basically said that they developed a stealth nuke. And he was basically laughing at one of the people that was interviewing him. This woman from, I think it was, I don't know, the BBC or something, was interviewing him, and it says, we've got a new stealth nuke. It basically leaves all your radar systems useless.
Snake.
Did you find it?
No, I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
That's part of it. Arms Tech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That, plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like they were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah. And Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
There isn't an hour left. It's under an hour. We're very close. I sort of know what to do, so it's less than an hour. Metal Gear. But if you actually look here, you've got... Can you see it? You've got Liquid Snake in there. So no, there isn't an hour left. There's less than an hour. Pure Hollywood.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No. There's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
Why, boss? Liquid.
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Galukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site.
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the president's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India... I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about the new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the president will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion? All for money?
That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Foxdie vaccine in our demands.
Foxdie? It killed Octopus and the arms tech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with amphetamine and adrenaline levels in the blood. They deployed a product still in development into live combat. No surprise it was unreliable. They must have been desperate.
In any case, have you heard from your friend Colonel Sergei Galukovich at Spetsnaz yet?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He is a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? That Galukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
Maybe so, but he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we joined forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the genome soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here. It's going to be a long war.
We could still escape.
We have the new nuclear power, and we're going to ally with Galukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? Fighting the whole world? From here, we can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar and totally immune to interception. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
Boss, what about your promise to Colonel Gulukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, you can call this place Outer Heaven.
Big Boss's dream. Boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden? If the code is entered again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the arms tech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So, how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see, the override system that the President was talking about, it can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
You need the keys for input. 3 of them.
But I only have the one. Where are the others?
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes. It's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in one. Clever.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. You input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system, and it's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake. Who's that?
And that's his left hand.
The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Snake! This is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
You see why they call him Revolver Ocelot?
You've got to get that key.
That was his left hand. Not his primary hand, his secondary hand. I want to give his voice to Metaton. That would be interesting. Is Metaton the one from Undertale? One person's asleep. Stingers. So, what do you think about their plan? Come on, Matt. You love your politics. Tell me, what do you think? Why do I get the feeling that there's gonna be... Flamboyant robot from Undertale. I always imagine him with an over-the-top theatrical voice. You gotta admit, that's an excellent delivery. Very clear. Was that a rat? Oh, there was a mouse there. Where's the card key? Shit, where's the card key? I always remembered it being around here. Where's the card key? You gotta be kidding me! Where is the card key?
Find that card key. It fell somewhere in that drainage ditch. Use your mine detector.
Oh, fuck, it's a fucking metal oh, you fucking genius. I was using the thermal, but it has no heat. There it is. Time bomb?
Snake, did you find the card key?
No, it's not here.
Don't be ridiculous. You saw it fall into the drainage ditch, didn't you? The drainage ditch. Isn't there something odd about it?
No. There are a lot of big rats, though.
That's it, Snake. A rat must have eaten it.
Now who's being ridiculous?
No, I'm right. There's no other possibility. Rats eat all sorts of things. There's nothing unusual about that.
Fuck, it was the rat! It's always the rat. How did I get a time bomb? There's the rat! The rata! Fucking rat.
Who's there?
Well, now we've got a corpse. How do I get the rat to come out, though? Oh, there it is. Where's my diazepam? Shit. Fuck! Gotcha, motherfucker! We got the PAL key. But yeah, it is a very smart thing. Vladimir Putin pretty much mentioned that the Russians apparently have one already built, an invisible nuke. I got him in the heart, so he died straight away. I'm so used to... I'm very Slavic about it. 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. Oh, ration's always nice. Fuck!
You found the card key, right? First comes the room temperature key. Put it into the far left terminal in the control room. That key is actually an IC card.
I have a problem here.
Its connector pins and main body are made of a shape memory alloy. It's designed so that unless it's been changed to the correct shape, it won't be recognized by the PAL code input terminal in the control room, and the detonation code won't be entered.
I've got a different problem.
You found the card?
No, I've got the problem of I'm in a room filled with gas.
Snake,
You guys don't give a shit about the fact that I'm about to die? Are you serious? Oh, so you want me to input the code even though I'm gonna die? Fine. See, I can't do that. Fuck! I'm gonna die, aren't I?
You found the...
Motherfuck, I'm gonna die. I'm so dead. I am so fucked. And no one's gonna open up the thing for me, are they?
Snake.
Suck my...
You got the card key back.
I'm in the control room with gas! I'm so fucked. Fuck! No! Imagine getting up to this stage on Big Boss difficulty, where you're not allowed to even save the game when this happens.
Snake! Snake!
Ah! What this piece of shit? Die! What this piece of shit? Well, I'm here, aren't I? You've missed the stealth nuclear weapon, Ecto. The weapon to surpass... Wait, you can't surpass Metal Gear.
PAL code number 1 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2, freeze the key.
It's not overkill. It is the Slavic way. When you have to deal with the camera, you just get your Stinger surface-to-air missile, lock onto camera, and blow it the fuck up. Basically, you ducked out after the Sniper Wolf discussion. You missed out on some good stuff, but don't worry, it'll be in the LP, so you can rewatch it. Guess what I got? Ice cream! Because you guys keep eating ice cream while I'm streaming. Well, now I'm gonna eat some ice cream while you guys are watching. Because I'm gonna need a little bit of sugar for the rest. I've been fasting since last night. It's already almost 1 p.m. So, in total, there's probably 2 hours worth of streaming to rewatch. Yeah, pretty much. Welcome to the endgame. Thanos need not apply. I have not yet seen Endgame or what's it called? Infinity War. Alright, I'm playing MGS with one hand. It's doable. And unlike SS Sniper Wolf, I actually do my own gameplay. I don't ask my boyfriends to do the gameplay, and then I just show my boobs and ask for donations. Oh, this ice cream is so good. So good. Salted caramel. I love it. I'm a little rusty with playing with one hand, but it's doable. I'm doing it. Doesn't it piss you off that it chose to take the name of such an awesome MGS character? She did that because of that. Sniper Wolf was one of the huge fan favorites, and she did that on purpose. And then she got her ex-boyfriend to play MGS online for her competitively, and then she claimed to do it herself, so she was like a girl gamer that never actually plays games. Her boyfriend was a pro gamer, and he basically gave her all the footage that she used for her videos. She can't actually play video games for shit. You can see it. She's using the controller, and she's basically moving like this, but in a...
Who's there?
But in MGS, on the PlayStation, I'll show you a PlayStation controller. In MGS, this moves your character, and this moves your sight. She was moving this, and her sight was moving. So you could tell that she's not playing. And you can't remap the controller. So she basically didn't even do her own footage. Her boyfriend did. That was a pro gamer. So that was basically her hook. She's a girl gamer that plays Metal Gear Solid Online professionally, and she carries her team. And then she ended up accusing her boyfriend of raping her. And got him sent to jail. And then she got a new boyfriend that also played video games. And started using his footage. and you notice the gameplay style changed. What the fuck? What the fuck? What in the fuck? Or she said he assaulted her or some shit like that. Either way, it was fake. She's a psycho bitch. But yeah, it upsets me quite a bit. Ha, Matt! I knew you were gonna get ice cream. That's why I got it. You always do that to me. You always do that. That's why I did it. She is a thought. She's like the original thought. She's like one of the biggest thoughts on YouTube. She's the OG thought. Why didn't I play it with this hand? Because this hand does the controlling. Why did I play it with my right hand? The hand that... She is a thought. She does it on purpose. Like, her whole thing is basically sitting in mini shorts with like a close-up on her underwear. That's her whole thing. And she does copyright claims on people. Like false copyright claims. And then when people disagree with her, she false flag copyright claims them and then argues with them in the comment section under a different account. So she's got like 10 accounts that she argues with people with in her own comment section. She's a psycho. A fucking psycho. Like, don't even ever meet with her. She'll accuse you of either assault or rape. She is worse than Alinity. She's the original Alinity.
PAL code number 2 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 3.
Okay, there goes PAL code number 2. Next comes PAL number 3.
Guess talent isn't needed to be a thought. The talent is she is a thought. Like, that's the talent. Having zero morals is a requirement for being a thought, which is a talent. It's very difficult to achieve of having zero self-respect and morals. That's a very difficult thing to achieve. You must absolutely have no moral compass. You should play this whole game with an ice cream in your mouth, except I wouldn't be able to take it seriously. The ice cream would melt, man. The cold ice cream was sitting on top of my tongue, and it was like basically dripping down my throat while I was holding it. I'm just like... That's the extent of my experience as a porn star. Now we need to heat it. I killed... Oh, fuck. Are they back? Okay, fine then. I just saw a shadow. What the fuck? I sincerely hope people aren't coming to kill me. I'm just coking him up with drugs. The funny part was that she was copyright claiming all Sniper Wolf videos, including MGS videos that had nothing to do with her, saying that her name is Sniper Wolf, therefore she owns the copyright to the name. And it's like... And the networks would basically back her up on it because they get a slice of her revenue. And it's like... What?
Snake, It's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Foxdie?
No. Foxdie? Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah.
Well, apparently Foxdie kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure, but he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay, I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages toward the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So, it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Foxdie vaccine must be around somewhere.
Is that all you think about?
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
There is no prequel with Sniper Wolf. That's why everyone was so excited about Metal Gear Solid 5. Because you play as Big Boss. So they were very excited. I was myself. But yeah, no game with Sniper Wolf, unfortunately. But there is a Sniper Wolf skin for Quiet. Do I have to take a second one? Oh, there's another one I have to take up. But that's basically MGS for you. You will get amazingly well-developed characters that can also die. So don't think just because a character's well made, they'll live. Sorry, man. It's like Game of Thrones. Anyone can die. Anyone. I'm gonna laugh if SS Sniper Wolf fucking gives me a copyright claim. I will dispute that shit so hard. And she'll be like, you mentioned me in your videos. Like, yeah, having an opinion does not infringe on your copyright. And he's gone.
Oh, Cheeky, you're licking my leg. Cheeky-chan. Cheeky-chan. Yeah, Cheeky-chan. Cheeky-chan. It's okay, baby. I love you. I won't go anywhere and I won't get lung shot, I promise. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. You know that? I love you, baby. That is not going anywhere. I love you. My baby. She's my baby.
We're just waiting to heat up the key. See? It's still frozen.
Ah! Sorry, baby. Okay. I love you too. I love you too, baby. I love you.
After that, the writers are too scared to kill off fan favorites, so they give them ridiculous plot armor. There is no plot armor in Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, you have to be very careful. You could be giving Game of Thrones spoilers. Isn't that right, Cheeky? Someone give Cheeky the Iron Throne. Oh, by the way, today's free comic book day at King's Comics down in Sydney. So everyone gets 4 free comic books, and there's also people cosplaying. But no, I am here. I have my priorities. Ah, is it hot now? Damn it, it's only room temperature. This is gonna take a while. Alright, this is gonna take a while, guys. It's only room temperature now, and it needs to be hot. I'll be back in a sec. I'm just gonna wash my hands. It should be hot in about 1 minute. Alright. Is it hot yet? Yeah! It's a hot. Hot like heroic, more than you can handle. So let's do it like a druid in the general channel. If I ever become a successful writer, no characters will be safe. I actually say that, but when I wrote my first book, originally the protagonist died. When I rewrote it, I did let one of my friends convince me to kill someone else instead. But I don't care about the book. Ha! Did I get a telephone call? Nope, no telephone call. Let me guess, people are asking me what I'm doing. I'm streaming, obviously. My friends should know already, I'm streaming. But it's our anniversary. Of course I'm streaming. But it's your birthday. Of course I'm streaming. But why? It's my birthday, I do whatever I want. And you want to stream? Yes. I want to stream on my birthday. Of course. Still hot. More than you can handle. I think this was before Itachi had the crows in Naruto, by the way. I don't think they took the idea from MGS. I just think the symbolism was there ages ago. Crows do symbolize death in a lot of cultures because they're very dark. And they're always surrounded by death. Because, you know, they're scavengers.
Somebody there?
I see shadows in the walkway, but sometimes it's just the clouds, and I still go like, what the fuck? I remember I once heard a noise in the middle of the night, and I tactically cleared the entire place. And the one time this place was broken into. Come on. Come on. Come on. Fine. Even if you're wearing armor, if someone just keeps spraying bullets into you, it's gonna break your ribs and you will die. That's why the Akiban 7.62 caliber does burst fire of 2 rounds. Because even if you're wearing body armor and the first one doesn't kill you, the second one will. Goes through bullet resistant glass too. Damn those Soviets. Yep, still warm. If you're not quick. Motherfucker!
What was that sound?
God damn it. Come here then. Come here. No, come here. God fucking damn it.
Who is that?
That is very James Bond, isn't it? No, the PAL key better not go cold.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know anything. My parents' face is my name. The name and ID I have now I just bought. But the reason why I study genetics, that was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from. My age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s, a dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes. Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox.
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He is everything to me. The only proof I have of my existence. Of my existence as an individual.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who's he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. But then he and my brother went back to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes, that's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments.
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterward, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me.
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox. Naomi, tell me something.
About Foxdie? Foxdie is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Foxdie contains smart enzymes, created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then, they cause a heart attack.
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi.
What?
You must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Foxdie.
Huh? You weren't?
No. You were injected with Foxdie as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that... No. That's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing that I wanted to tell you was... Snake...
Hey! What are you doing?
Snake...
Naomi?
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Foxdie was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
The plot thickens.
Sneak, Naomi's under arrest.
What the hell is happening over there? What's the Colonel thinking?
Colonel Campbell is... I'm sorry, I can't say anymore. But please believe me, I'm here to help you until the end. Please, Snake, don't give up.
Who's that?
We have a man down. Increase to maximum security.
Matt's going, holy shit. Still warm, thank Christ for that. Chills down my spine.
PAL code number 3 confirmed. PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated. Ready for launch.
No! Why?
Chills!
I deactivated it.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us too. I really must express my gratitude.
Enjoy, Matt.
Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when I decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
Well, for starters, I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. We thought we'd get the info from you, but there was Foxdie.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning? Just to get me to input the detonation code?
You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Foxdie vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come to where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Liquid, how the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
And there comes the greatest plot twist of the 20th century in gaming. That basically won this game of the century. And if you try to call him during the Hind boss fight, he doesn't respond. But I didn't want to accidentally trip that up for you guys.
Snake, gas, do something. Snake, call Emmerich. He should be able to break through security.
And if you guys check, I was pretty much memeing this for a while. I can probably show you. I'll show you guys the meme at the end. I'll show you guys the meme at the end. I won't do it now. I basically memed, and ages ago when I announced that we're doing MGS, the people got it at the time, but the people that never played this wouldn't get it. That's why I love this community. They said nothing.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
That's the plot twist.
I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
It was actually Dio! Dun dun dun.
Liquid!
Snake, did you like my sunglasses? Oh, you'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. You performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked? You've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and Decoy Octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us, so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged along with bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Foxdie.
Foxdie? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Foxdie's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder. Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Foxdie's program. Oh well, doesn't matter. I've already added the Foxdie vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Yeah? Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech President and Decoy Octopus were killed by Foxdie. But Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all of the old man's dominant genes. I got all the flawed, recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
So you're saying I'm the dominant one?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Ha! Love? It's hate. His choosing me, knowingly, to be the inferior one? For this, I want revenge. You don't even understand this. You, who could kill your own real father. You stole my chance for revenge. Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him. I will destroy him!
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you. Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes. You missed your last chance. You'll regret that forever.
It's beautiful how he distracted him. He distracted him with the talk.
Kneel down and sacrifice yourself to this historic weapon. Consider it an honor, a gift from your brother.
Now,
you shall bear witness to the demon weapon that will drag the world
into the 21st century.
For context, this game was released in the 20th century. Back in 1998 and 1999. Fun times.
Metal Gear is moving. Snake, it's all riding on you now. You've got to stop that thing. But how? You'll have to ask Dr. Emmerich, the guy who made it.
Snake, Rex's armor is impregnable. You can't do any damage with the weapons you've got. Rex uses the latest advances in compound armor. The only way you can pierce it is with a high-performance heat round.
So what do I do?
Rex's pilot seat operates exactly like a VR system. It's got multiple sensors connected to a high-tech interface used for the controls. It's completely self-enclosed and shut off from the outside environment.
He's not using his naked eyes.
That's right. So if you could somehow destroy the sensors... Do you see that round plate on Rex's left arm?
Yeah, that thing that looks like a shield.
That's a radome. If you can destroy that thing, it won't be able to use its electronic equipment.
So he'll be blinded.
Yeah. Try to hit that radome with a Stinger missile.
So will that stop it?
No. Rex was designed so it can be controlled manually, too.
Oh, great.
The part that looks like a beak is where the pilot seat is. In an emergency, it will open up. Rex's armor is perfect. You can't destroy it.
You told me that already.
But the interior is a different story.
I get it. First I destroy the radome. That will force him to open up the pilot's seat.
Right. If you can shoot a missile into the cockpit, you'll destroy the computer control system.
You intentionally designed it with a weak point?
It's not a weak point. More like a weakness. People and weapons just aren't very appealing without a weakness of some kind. Don't you think?
I guess so. I owe you one, Otacon.
That would have been so fucked if that wasn't built into it.
It probably uses some kind of electronic targeting equipment, similar to a tank. If you use chaff, you should be able to confuse it for a little while. It probably...
Where is it? Well, my chat's fucked. Upper right, please. The upper right, please. Can you please let me target the upper right? Assholes. Fuck, I miscounted that. Oh no, it's destroying it. Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Turn around. Come on, target this, you piece of shit. That one! Operation Ice Cream Retrieval was successful.
Did that do it? Damn!
Nice try, Snake!
Hurry! Get away! Gray Fox! A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat. So it is you. You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Fox, why? What do you want from me? I'm a prisoner of death. Only you can free me. Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you. Naomi. You're the only one who can stop her. No, I can't. Why? Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. Oh, I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood, to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother. Fox. Outwardly, we may have seemed like contented brother and sister. But every time I looked into her eyes, I trembled with fear. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving. Fox!
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds,
We use Royal Harriers!
Fox! How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal! He destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox, but now you're finished!
Now, fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Now, in front of you,
it's no
I
good.
Can finally
I can't
die.
do it.
After Zanzibar land, I was taken from the battle, neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon it will finally end.
Die! Fox!
Snake! We're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake. Farewell.
Foolish man! When death is entreated, the battle is decided. You see, you can't protect anyone! Not even yourself!
There you are! There you are!
I'll crush you into dust! Sleeping late as usual, eh, Snake?
Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die. As long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
The restoration of the era when warriors such as us lived as we should.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict shall breed conflict, new hatreds will arise, and our own biosphere shall steadily expand.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't that reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie! So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing, that's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face as you delivered the coup de grace. Oh, it reflected such vitality.
You're wrong.
There is a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was a man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method?
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus, and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So, it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But unlike us, they carry it digitally. With the completion of the Human Genome Project in the last century, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted using gene therapy into the members of the next generation special forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing right and left are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
They are misshapen creatures, artificially produced from Father's genetic pattern. They are our blood brothers, and they were born of many an ultimate sacrifice.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments.
Huh?
1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to pesticides and radiation from depleted uranium rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First, they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just to cover up the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
So the Genome Soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We're on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The Genome Soldiers suffer from the same problem, signs of symmetry. So do I, as do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? Because it increases the chances that shared genes will be transmitted to future generations. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. That we will help our blood relatives is inscribed in our very genes.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the Genome Soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then, I'm going to go beyond, in order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you. Look behind you.
Meryl? Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name. Meryl. Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name?
I have a name.
No. We have no past, no future. If we did, our fate is nothing but what is determined in the genes we inherited from our father.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Foxdie.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me!
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Foxdie. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence, along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may be only a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Meryl was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You'd better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. Huh? What are you doing?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it!
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Hausman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he is a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
The President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Damn it! You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. You're just the lingering ghosts of a system that is no more. Well, do try to get along in the time you have left before the bomb.
Oh, there's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me. I shall nullify you and your genes, and I will take them all back. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? This will be the time limit for our final battle. When death comes for this girl, this nuclear module shall vanish from this world as well. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. And if you cross this line, you'll fall. At this height, it'll kill even you. How about you, Snake?
Oh fuck, that's his dog tag.
Nice going, Snake. Is that all you've got? You're out of time! Hurry! You're out of time!
Hurry!
You're out of time!
Fudge! Oh, thank God for that.
Snake!
Now trust me, you won't want to leave. Not even at the
Meryl.
credits.
Meryl.
One does not simply leave during the credits.
Snake? Is that you? Snake, you're alive. Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, you must have been terrible.
It wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl. That's my codec.
Snake, it's me. It looks like you stopped Rex.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No, it's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But
unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know? Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
let's get the hell out of here.
What about him? Where is Otacon?
He's fighting right now. With his old self. To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah, and I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too.
All I gotta say is, you have to stay till the end, even after the credits. I don't know who did it first, Marvel or MGS, but I do know for a fact that Stan Lee came to an award convention once dressed as Revolver Ocelot. That's all I'm saying.
Snake.
That's all I'm saying. He came dressed as
Meryl.
Revolver Ocelot. Just putting it out there. So I don't know if it was Marvel first or MGS that did it.
It started.
But you don't skip the credits. You stay till the end.
Must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Looks that way. Too bad.
That's all I'm saying. Even Stan Lee was like,
let's get out
to
of here.
MGS.
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up! Hurry!
He likes his sneaking suit.
Looking good, Snake.
God damn it. Now is not the time.
Hurry!
I think Marvel fans will appreciate this. I don't know who got it from who. Either MGS got it from Marvel or Marvel got it from MGS. But it was released in 1998, so I don't know. Were there Marvel movies then? That's a good question.
Let me drive. Damn, a surveillance camera.
Meryl! Meryl!
Alright, keys. Snake, it started. Get in.
Mara! Fuck.
Fire that machine gun with the weapon button. Shoot it, Snake.
I'm working on it.
Here they come!
Snake, straight those guards.
Go, 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 go!
It's a checkpoint, Snake.
Here they come!
We'll never make it. Snake, straight those guards.
Oh my god, it's the original theme! The original theme plays in the background. That is just beautiful. Not that one, but the one that played just before.
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet! Liquid!
Yeah, that's the MGS theme in the background now. Alright, you stay till the end of the credits. That's how it works.
Look, Snake, daylight! We're gonna crash!
Oh, shit.
Meryl, are you okay?
Whoa, that...
Damn.
Snake. Snake! Fox?
Die. If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel!
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 bombers have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake, I'm sorry I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I'd better not show my face around there.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
There's also a helicopter waiting for you at the Fox Islands.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay. Roy. Are you going to be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all of Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I'll look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Foxdie.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling's with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi?
I heard about my brother.
Frank wanted to tell you something. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought on sheer willpower until the very end.
Maybe now he's finally found some peace. My brother was already dying. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar land, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi, Liquid died from Foxdie too. What about me? When am I going to go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time's up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you. Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code, inscribed into their genes. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before, the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that its genetic information houses a person's strengths or destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm gonna choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from now on, I'm going to just live. Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to what will come. All life is tethered to the future. Loving each other, teaching each new generation, then the world can change. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or a reminder of the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. My survival instinct that tells me not to die. That's all the motive I've had in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name is David.
Okay, so where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
Hey, what are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
For us, too.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou, and most of all, you.
It's nice, isn't it? Being alive.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
So cheesy. But like I said, you have to watch all the credits. I don't know whether Marvel got it from MGS or MGS got it from Marvel, but Stan Lee did turn up to an awards ceremony dressed as Revolver Ocelot. That's just epic. That's just fucking epic. In the 1980s, there are more than 60,000 nuclear warheads in the world at all times. The total destructive power amounted to 1 million times to that of the Hiroshima bomb. In 1993, START II was signed, and the United States and Russia agreed to reduce the number of deployed strategic nuclear warheads to 3,000 through 3,500 at the end of January 2007. However, as of 2003, there still exists more than 20,000 nuclear warheads in the world. Ah, they kept it. So they got the song approved, but they never used it until now? What the fuck? That's gonna be a copyright. This got copyright claimed in the trailer. This is gonna get copyright claimed in a half in the ending. so much copyright issues. I'm gonna have to edit it out, even though it's a beautiful song. It's because it's not actually owned by Konami. It's owned by another studio. So many problems this is gonna cause. But yeah, the Kojima wrote it in as David, and that was before they found David Hayter to voice Snake. That was just a coincidence. So it's just, yeah. It's one of those things. So Solid Snake is supposed to be a mixture of James Bond and a mixture of the guy that goes back in time in Terminator. So that's what he's a mixture of. And there's going to be so many copyright issues, so let's just enjoy it. Let's just enjoy it. I'll edit it out in the LP. It's going to be what it's going to be. The ending is very cheesy in the Twin Snakes. I don't think he calls her beautiful in the original one. The Twin Snakes is a very cheesy thing. So stay till the end of the credits. Trust me, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. So, you guys now know the plot, which is great. You know the plot, which is nice. It's nice, but you don't know the plot. Let me try to find it. Yeah, James Bond and Kyle Reese. That sounds about right. Where is it? I need to find the MGS2 trailer. I need to find the MGS2 trailer for you guys. I found the MGS3 one. The band trailer. Ah, here we go. Sons of Liberty HD edition. I'm gonna have to find it for you guys. I'll find it while we're waiting for the credits. I'm moving to Twitch. Oh, don't worry, I'll play it on this one. Don't worry. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of... TGS 2001 trailer. Found it. We're gonna get a copyright claim for this song anyway, so I'm safe to play the Metal Gear Solid 2 trailer after this. So feel free to stay here. It's amusing that they ended up having the same name. It's very amusing. Everyone thought he's called David because of David Hayter, but it was written David into the original Japanese. It's just funny how it ended up. It's just funny. It's just beautiful. It's almost like the stars aligned. And yeah, I know you love this song, Matt. There's also an English translated version which you linked me. I'll link it later. It's a beautiful song. When I first played MGS, I spent hours trying to find it because I didn't know the name. But it's actually called The Best Is Yet to Come. Oh, you are going to love Sons of Liberty, Matt. You're going to love it. The HD release is actually a censored version, but I know exactly what they censored, so I'll take care of it. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here comes the Stan Lee loves this moment. I don't know if Marvel came first and MGS came first, but it's kind of like a chicken-egg relationship, to be honest.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether you've been programmed or not isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live.
That was in the original MGS one.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks to the vaccine. Yes, those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Foxdie should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, there are no other records. They've all been deleted from the base's computer. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes. Yes. Liquid is dead. The inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Of course, the other one thinks so too. Yes, sir. I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes. Yes, sir. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I understand. The surveillance will continue. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
I got codename Leopard. Mr. President, you're going to love Sons of Liberty. They basically predicted Donald Trump being elected. They basically predicted it. You're going to love Sons of Liberty. And if you guys remember, let me go find all those memes for you. I was spamming these memes, and you guys were just... well, a lot of guys were actually just going, WTF, 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 what are you on about? I'm just going to give you guys a meme, and then we're going to play the MGS2 trailer. Non-spoiler trailer, of course. Let me find my favorite meme of MGS 2. Let me find it, let me find it, let me find it. Let's put it on. Let's put it on. Let's put it on. Don display Elgato. Donald Solidus Trump will make America great again. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. This is the meme that was going around. It's just, I'm just gonna. This is the meme. There's a reason why that meme's beautiful. Alright, so let's play the Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty trailer for you guys. Spoiler free, of course. That is the only way for it to be done. I want you guys to enjoy the trailer the way it should be enjoyed. They tell me it's 1080p, but they lie. They lie. Alright, let me just double check that the sound's actually on. I fucked that up last time. I'm not going to fuck it up this time. Elgato off. This one on. So, Matt, how do you like your president being a son of Big Boss? It's too appropriate. It's fucking perfect!
I stare at the stars and the sky up above and think What am I made of? Am I full of sorrow? Am I hurt and pain? Or am I filled with love? I walk by myself on the streets below and ask every child I know, do you think tomorrow will bring sun or rain? Which one of these will show?
We have a responsibility to the coming generations.
What responsibility?
To keep track of the mistakes we've made as a species.
We need to remember, to spread the word, and that's what keeps me alive.
But you died!
When you give in to fear, the darkness comes. Then he's all mine.
It's been a long wait, Solid Snake.
I didn't kill your father. Charades usually are humorous.
Somebody more important. Anyway, they bring me luck.
There's room for only one snake and one big boss.
All I gotta say is you guys are gonna love this.
Looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
There is literally a scene in Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, where the President of the United States grabs you by the crotch. I don't know if Trump got it from this game, but the President of the United States is just like grabbing by the pussy. It's like, what the fuck? They took it out of the HD release, but I have the cutscene. I have the original game there. They can't prove that it existed, but they took it out. You will like it. And the title, Sons of Liberty. And it goes so much into American history as well, and politics and everything. It's just beautiful. But yeah, as you can see, the game keeps track of everything you've done. Game difficulty, the time, the saves, the number of continues, the number of loss, your number of enemies, and the number of rations. And clearly it gives you a score, and I got given leopard. And special item bandana. Let's see what you're linking me. I don't know if it's a meme or MGS meme or if anything. What is this? What is this? What is the title? The simple plot of Metal Gear Solid animated. Let's head over to the Twitch. We can do a few reactions. I know you want to genetically modify me, Matt, but you got to see MGS 2 Sons of Liberty before you start doing some genetic modification. Thank you for coming to Metal Gear Solid. I hope you enjoyed. I know you did. I know you stayed to after the credits, and as you can see, you're not disappointed. The entire time we got taken on a journey of believing that we needed to stop a nuclear strike, and then Metal Gear's revealed, of course, rolled the credits. And then we found out that we were tricked into activating it. And then we were tricked the entire time into getting the optical disc. And then we were tricked into the president saving our butts. And then we find out that the president of the United States was behind it all along. God bless the United States of America. Anyway, we're gonna head over to the Twitch and do some reactions. I'm gonna edit out the Let's Play because this stream will be hit with copyright due to the music. It got hit in part 2, it got hit in the trailer, but it is what it is. We're gonna head over to the Twitch. I'm gonna copy and paste you guys the Twitch. We're gonna do some reactions. There's obviously gonna be a few Metal Gear Solid meme videos which we're going to do, and then we're gonna do some more open reactions. So we're gonna watch a few MGS memes, and then we're gonna head over to normal reaction. Two things. The ship reminds me of The Spy Who Loved Me, and the second one is GoldenEye. There is a lot of Bond inspiration. There is. Hideo Kojima says himself that 90% of his life is movies. So it wouldn't surprise me that a lot of inspiration is coming from Bond. Not surprising at all. Not surprising at all. He's a big Bond fan. Especially Metal Gear Solid 3. You'll love it, as I mentioned. A lot of the codec calls after you save the game will be about movies that were made in the 1960s and prior, and Bond does come up quite a bit, as do other movies. So everyone's heading over to the Twitch. I sent the link in the chat. We'll be there in a minute. We'll take a quick 1-minute break, and then we'll start doing some memes. We've finished Metal Gear Solid 1 in 2 streams as promised, and I did promise you guys an enjoyable ride, so I hope you did enjoy it. We're gonna head over and do some meme, as we always do. Let's do some meme. And we finish the stream here on YouTube, so I'll see you guys on Twitch. Bye.
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
It's possible.
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Don't move!
Can you shoot me, rookie?